we have a different heuristic. I'm going to come to that heuristic very, very shortly. I want to close adjectives first. Let's close adjectives first and we'll take up noun. In the beginning, I want to establish coherence between the definitions of what is noun, what is adjective, and then we'll move in this direction. Intelligence and the consequences. What next? One may accomplish many things by a little effort. By a little effort. So in passive voice, it is nothing extraordinary. You understand the heuristic. I will give you a heuristic without using active, subject, action, all of that. And yet, I have scored really well in English all my life. Always. Why is that? Mostly, it is because of what I like to call intuition. You know, due to intuition, I look at a question and I'm able to understand that this is a change. That has to be made. But intuition cannot be taught. Intuition had to be turned into an objective set of lectures, and that is the point with these grammar sessions. So here it took me a lot of time, divided into geological factors, weak sensitive rock materials, joints and faults overall. Then you can speak about morphological causes, tectonic uplift, volcanic uplift. You can speak about physical causes, intense rainfall, rapid snow melt, volcanic eruption. Or you can speak about anthropogenic causes, infra development, deforestation, mining. You can speak about land use changes, that you are focusing on agricultural slopes. You're expanding the urban spaces. Water management also, lack of water management rather, poor drainage system, leaking water pipes also makes these regions susceptible to landslides. This is a PYQ value add document given to you, where we have given you pointers, anecdote, a lot of things, dimensions that can verbatim be used in previous year questions. And since most of the topics even this year will be a concoction of these previous year questions, you will have all the content you need at your fingertip. This is roughly, I think, 90 to 100 page document, and I will very quickly help you how it is nothing but just an extension of the principles we discussed in the 3-hour essay essay video section. So before you watch this video, it is absolutely imperative for you to, having gone through the 3-hour essay discussion, where I've started, that is the end game we have been looking to get to since the beginning. We started off with syllabus parsing videos, absolutely essential videos which create the edifice, the base, how to use syllabus as a cheat sheet, and we learned n number of ways to generate n number of points. So generating points should not be an issue for you after watching syllabus parsing. Afterwards, we had an exhaustive discussion on each and every PYQ from 2013 onwards to 2023 in the section we called PYQ mapping, where we showed how in most of the questions the basics would work. Science and technology, of course, is an exception, where you need to have some more information, some more exposure, the kind of exposure that was provided to you by the discussion number one, and some sample handouts will also be provided to you, and we'll also have a very, very brief discussion on those. But barring science and technology, rest of them can easily be tackled with your basic knowledge, and then your knowledge of application of frameworks, and then fitting finally in the framework we called what? ICE framework: idea, contextualization, and examples. And we have created these answers considering those keywords in place, giving you ready-made introductions, a lot of introductions, a lot of conclusions. And I promise you, I assure you, rather I challenge all of you, that no GPT will be able to generate the quality of answers we have been able to create. It took us more than 14 days of work to generate the answers, and using a lot of resources on our disposal, using our understanding of answer writing. And so you let your competition generate answers from GPT, thinking that their answers are good, and you get the requisite edge, the entire set of tools that are required to get the highest score in this section. So what will do answer, and you will then have to assert that it's a competitive exam, more than your competition. So again, I go back to that story I spoke about, when two people went into a forest and they encounter a bear. One of them starts running, the other one also starts running, and then the other one says, why are you running away from a bear? You can't outrun the bear. and he says, I just have to outrun you. You know, the point of these classes are not to make you an expert in science and technology suddenly. It is impossible anyone telling you that you'll become an expert in science and technology overnight. The point is to give you uh, enough inputs that you score one of the highest, and that will happen. Again, we have given you the art of Sherlocking, so most of the questions structure you can form using Sherlocking, and then you can fill the specificity, and you drive home the point that you know better than your peers by keyword centricism. And if you take care of the keyword centricism, that is what is being provided in the session. For example, if you have to read digital holographic microscopy, so again the name particle, and you know leads to excitation of Higgs field. It is a boson. There are bosons and fermions. Fermions have half integral spin, bosons have whole spin. This boson has spin 0. Right? Again, all of this is useless. We read this in physics, but this is the extent to which you must know. 125 GeV is its mass, equivalent of energy, because we know E is equal to mc square. So this is how this is calculated. How by mass is written in electron volt when it is a unit of energy. Scientific importance. Use